Hello and welcome back. So today we're going to talk about how to name and number the strings. We refer to these strings constantly on this site. In every video you'll hear me say go to the third string or go to the fifth string or the E string or the A string. And we want to know exactly where we're going every time we hear something like that. And it's a little confusing. So let's start with just some general direction. So everything's a little backwards on guitar. When we say high string or move up a string, we're actually talking about going towards the floor in this direction. Because the string here on what is physically the lowest side of the guitar sounds the highest in pitch. And so that is considered the high string. So when I say go up a string, we're actually going this direction. So to go from the low string, which is physically the top string, to go from the low string higher through the strings, you actually go towards the floor like this. So this would be the lowest string, and then going up a string, and up another string, and keep going up until you reach the end and play the highest string, which is physically on the bottom of the set of 6 strings. So just remember, low string is the one closest to you and sounds the lowest. High string is the one closest to the floor. That's the highest string, and they're named that way just because of pitch. Now, when we number the strings, we actually start here on the high E string, which again is physically the lowest on the guitar, but pitch-wise is the highest, and that's string number 1, while this largest string is string number 6. And what I usually tell people, just to help get that memory going, is littlest number, littlest string. So from the high E string, you'll go backwards towards yourself and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can test yourself on this. Try to play maybe strings 1, 3, and 5, and then 2, 4, and 6. And see if you can accurately do that. At first you're going to have to look and watch what your right hand is doing. Eventually you'll be able to just pick any string you're after just by being prepared. So up to this point, we know the high string is the one closest to the floor. The low string is the one closest to us. The strings are numbered from smallest string, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So smallest number, smallest string, largest number, largest string. And now, as far as letters go, there are a number of ways you can do this. Starting with the string closest to you, which we now know is the low string, or string number 6. This is E, and I'm going to teach you a sentence that will help you remember the name of all 6 of these. So if you'll go through this with me, I want you to say after me, especially if you can play these things, that would be really helpful. So play the big string and say elephants. Now move to the next string, string number 5, and say and. String number 4, we're going to say donkeys. String number 3, we're going to say grow. String number 2 is big. And string number 1, ears. So when you're 5, 6 years old, that is pretty entertaining. But hopefully it will be for you too. Let's try it again. So it's elephants and donkeys, grow, big, ears. And that corresponds to the names, the letter names of each string. E, A, D, G, B, E. There are other ways to do that. I'm sure you may have heard different ways. There's Eddie ate Dynamite, goodbye Eddie. There are probably hundreds of those things. Feel free to make up one on your own if you want. But let's go ahead and get all of that information put together. And then let's do a little test here. So let's go through, we'll run through, get all the information secure, and then I'll ask you a couple of questions to see if you can keep up. So let's play the highest string, and remember highest refers to pitch, the highest sounding string. So we have the high E, and then we have, in order, string 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the high E is string number 1. And then we're going to go through in order also and try to say the sentence first and then just the letters. So we'll start by saying elephants and donkeys grow big and then try to just do the letters E, A, D, G, B, E. Now you try to play string 1 followed by string 3, then string 5. See if you can find those. Go ahead and look. You know, you have to look over and go for string 1, then skip to 3, skip 4, go to 5, and then try to do 6, 4, and 2. And for a while, you may want to try to, while looking, of course, but try to play each string in order. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then try that backwards. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you'll develop accuracy with your right hand by doing that. At first look, and eventually you'll look away and you'll be able to just kind of play through the strings and know what you're doing. But say those numbers to yourself and then repeat that by saying the letters E, A, D, G, B, E. And when you really feel like you have them memorized, try that backwards. E, B, G, D, A, E. And just get a feel for what each string is numbered and named, so that if I refer to the D string, you'll go right to string 4, because you'll know string 4 and the D string are exactly the same. So if I ever say start on the first string and play that open and then go down a string, well, that seems like there's nowhere to go, but remember it's reversed because we're talking pitch when we use up or down. So down a string from the high E string would be to string 2, the B string. And then if we're on the low E string and I say go up a string, remember it's up towards the floor, so that means go up to string 5. So it's a little tricky when we're talking pitch or number or letter. Make sure you ask me or email me, ask questions if you have trouble with this, and I hope that makes a lot of sense and helps you out. See you on another video. Thanks.